Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts, Woodward Sports.
Red Wings fall to 5-3 after one of the worst watches I have ever watched in my entire hockey career. And at the same time, I also have to watch my school, Western, get slapped by Michigan. Absolutely brutal hockey night for me. The worst part was the Red Wings. I mean, just every single thing that they did well in their winning streak has just reverted to last year's team.
Oh no,
And
we suck again.
yeah, no, I echo the same sentiment. I'm really curious what your thoughts are, Spenny. I mean, that was one of the most brutal losses of my life.
Yeah, I mean, that was embarrassing. Flat out embarrassing. Like, I still haven't showered yet. I just got home from the gym, just ate. Like, I got in literally as I was pulling in the driveway, they got their 6th goal. I was like, oh, that's cool. I go inside. I make, I eat my creatine shake, and I ate a little like snack wrap type of situation. Boom, 7th goal. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm just not going to be happy tonight. And yeah, it was just an embarrassing. I haven't even showered yet. I'm still in my gym clothes. I'm still all sweaty. And I got to be back at the gym in like 7 hours. And it's just, I don't know, man. This is embarrassing. Like you said, everything that they were doing well in the win streak has just completely reverted. They don't have the physicality that they saw. They're getting hit off the spots. The rookies are looking like rookies. Finney's getting bullied out there. ASP's getting bullied out there. You have the veterans. When you look at whoever you want to talk about when you're talking about a veteran, except for Dylan Larkin, playing like absolute dog shit. Like you have like nobody, like guys that are not worth anything out there. When you look at Rasmussen and Comfer and Kopp, Bergeron gets a goal. Look out! Like this was an embarrassing performance. They got their ass beat from the first period, and they never showed any fight. I don't know if Patrick Kane is just a catalyst of this team, and he's the only thing that can make them do anything somewhat redeemable in the offensive zone. But their sets on offense have been so bad. It seems like they don't have a single person who can skate from blue line to blue line, and it's terrible to watch.
Yeah, it is terrible. And then Cam Talbot today, I know the defense didn't make him do him any favors, but like he let in a couple softies today. He got sniped a couple times. It just like all around the effort from 1 to 26 was just not there at all. It was a brutal. Edmondson was getting walked. Sider was getting like these uncharacteristic things, like literally the worst things that could possibly happening. All of them did. And then like we talked about it yesterday. I forgot who asked it. So shout out to you, whoever asked it yesterday. Are they going to jump the lines? And I said absolutely not. They're not going to jump the lines. They're not going to go away from Larkin and Raymond. It's proven work they did today. Did absolutely nothing. They just had you could tell they got into New York at 2-3 yesterday, and they had slept in, and they weren't ready to play. They immediately got jumped on by a gritty Islanders team, and again by this is another young netminder in the NHL just robbing you blind. Like nothing is going in. Like no one can score goals. Like I know we didn't have that many great opportunities, but we got Cat getting robbed backdoor twice. Like it's not like anything other than just like we need to capitalize on those and like they're talking about on the broadcast. Oh yeah, DeBricket's never gone 3 games without scoring. And I'm just sitting there like, well, he's on
here's 8.
He's on 8 right now. So I don't really know. They need to get reinforced again by Todd McClellan. Hopefully, like this is the level of coaching that you see from him, and like this is the type of spot where he gets his team to bounce back from.
But he shouldn't have to do this every 6 games, though. Tom McClellan shouldn't have to chew these guys out every 5 games because they just give up. Like that literally looked like they just gave up, whether it was the defense not passing off their reads, whether it was the forwards being lazy to get back and help when they were getting beat, or like you said, just the missed opportunities that this Red Wings team has had in the past 2 games has been just absolutely insane. And what, we just have the worst power play in the league now? Like we're at a 17% clip or whatever the hell it is for the Red Wings power play. That has just been absolutely abysmal. And I understand, like, no Patrick Kane there. Obviously, the power play is going to be a little bit worse, but it can't be that bad. You're telling me that all these guys, nobody can make anything happen, and maybe Lucas Raymond is still injured. Maybe these guys are hurting a little bit more than we thought, but it was just a bad performance. And it's not like this Islanders team is this world beater. I mean, they're good. They're right about where you are. This was one of the teams when we talked about in the preseason that the Red Wings are going to have to keep pace with. The Red Wings are going to have to hopefully eventually pass if they want to look to make the playoffs, is a team like the Islanders. It is a team like Montreal. Obviously, Montreal's off to a better start than anybody thought, but this is not something that is very promising. And this is something that you can just kind of throw this one away too, but how many games are you going to stack up where you just say throw it away, it's over? Like that, you can't go 3 games now in a row of just absolutely abysmal performances. And like you said, Talbot, I mean, it's at some point you got to make a save, buddy. Like, it's not just, you can't blame the defense for everything. Yeah, there were some open shots, but like, you've got to help. You've got to do something. You can't let in soft goals, or it's going to be, instead of 3-2, it's going to be 7-2. So everybody needs to look at these past 2 games, and they need to come to grips with, listen, this is the National Hockey League. You're not just going to be given shit on the road. You're going to have to play back-to-backs. You're going to be put in tough situations. That doesn't mean you can just go out there and not play for the first period. That doesn't mean you could just start these games off down 3 goals, it feels like. T. Sprague said Rasmussen rolled over again. Yeah, get him the fuck out of here and bring up Carter Mazur right now. Right now. I'm done waiting. Another thing that they're talking about, Grand Rapids is off to the greatest start in the history of the Griffins. Like, okay, we'll bring Mazur up because you need to send some of these guys down.
He's been the catalyst of that Grand Rapids Griffin surge that's happening down there right now. Rasmussen's giving you nothing.
Nothing.
Coffer, he's put up points, but like he's still ass. And then Appleton's play has declined. Like, I mean, I don't really want to say, but I didn't expect him to play like that the whole season. I do expect him to play a little better than he is right now. But again, we're coming back to the same point we were at in game 1. And again, we have to go back to what we were doing at game 1. We have to challenge the guys on this team that are your best players to play like your best players. Mo Seider and Simon Edvinsson, for this team to be successful, you have to make that physical presence known. Like, that has to be your job out there, and they did that and bounced back from game 1. And that was, I think, was such a big deal for them moving into that 5-game winning streak, was a physical presence led by Seider and Edvinsson.
Yeah, and you need those guys to be physical. You need those guys to make sure that they're not just getting walked over. And when they are, there's not much that those forwards can do. Like Larkin, DeBrincat, and Finney, they're not going to out-physical anybody. I mean, they're going to play hard, they're going to play gritty, but they're smaller guys, and then they're going to get beat up out there. You look at Raymond, and I don't understand how this team could go from what we saw in that 5-game win streak to just completely falling on their face in back-to-back games. Like, if you would have went out there, if you would have went out there and lost, like, I don't know, 2-1 to the Sabres or something like that, then okay, you can stomach a performance like this on a back-to-back. But to get embarrassed in back-to-back games on the road, have some shame, have some pride. At some point, you just got to go out there. You got to skate harder. You got to keep your legs working. You got to win some puck battles, and you got to keep the fucking puck in the offensive zone for more than 2 seconds at a time.
Yeah, the forecheck, the puck battling has just completely fallen apart too. They are not winning. They're not keeping guys in the zone to create their offensive opportunities because, like, they're not a transitionally scoring team. Like, they don't score on transition very often. Most of their goals are on shots from the point, backdoor passes, shots in the slot. They're very rarely like the on the rush, like you saw, like Andrus Lee drop that dime in the third period, second period, which really broke the Wings back. That's not a play you see very often from the Wings. They don't score like that, which is something they need to improve on. We can talk about that in a second. But like that is like the Wings are built on getting the puck down deep, cycling, finding good opportunities, good scoring chances, and burying them. And they just have not been burying them at all. I mean, like Cat one is gonna haunt him. Like he is feeling it so hard. He's gripping the stick so hard. You could see it too. Like those shots that he takes from the wide circle, like that's his office essentially. And he's missing the net on those right now. Like that is someone who is like, he's like, I have to score. I have to do this for a team. And where he was playing well, like he was like don't get that choice. Just because he's not scoring doesn't mean he wasn't playing well. He was playing well on both sides of the puck. He had, I think it's 7 assists. He has 7 assists. Like that's good point production for him. Like that is his mark. The goals will come. He's due for positive progression. It's just like that's why I didn't love going away from the lines, but I understand it with Kane being on the lineup.
Yeah, and you desperately need Patrick Kane back in this game on Saturday to get DeBrincat going, if anything. Like to make sure that he has his guy, that he has his rock in this lineup, because like you said, he is gripping the stick extra hard. He is just trying to throw it out there. Shout out Bomber for ruining the Red Wings game, but it can't just be that though. Like they got to be grown men here. Like, okay, Dad's not here. Patrick Kane isn't in the lineup, but that doesn't mean you could just completely fall apart. That doesn't mean you could just forget how to play hockey. And Patrick Kane's not helping the defensive lapses. Patrick Kane's not helping these passes that the defense are trying to make to give the offense some entry positions are just awful. Like, remember the tape-to-tape passing that we were talking about and how good it was? The outlet passes that we're seeing from the defense now are sloppy. They're lazy. They're getting picked off in the neutral zone, and it's making it harder for our forwards to get into the zone, let alone establish an offense.
And it's they're not moving their feet to create those opportunities. Like hockey is like every other sport. Everyone says you have to be moving your feet. You have to be getting motion. But in hockey, when you have the puck, the motion is what creates the seams for you to make these passes. Yeah. And like you need to see, ASP Edmondson, like Sider was getting moving today, but like JBD. Johansson had a brutal turnover that led to one of their goals tonight. Yeah. Like they have to get moving. They have to be smart with the puck. One thing that we talked about on the win streak was how careful they were with the puck. They knew where the open space was going to be. Like they game planned for it. They game planned to chip the puck to here. They game planned to flip the puck out to here so that we could take advantage of the Finneys of the world, the Larkins who have the wheels. And we have not been doing that the last couple of games, and it's been the regression, and I don't know why. Like that's not something that's like puck luck or like that's just smarts. That's hockey IQ. That's just being a smart hockey player. And I don't know why they go through these lapses of judgment where they can't just stay straight to the arrow, which is what McClellan essentially preaches, the way that he wants them to play.
And I don't know if it's, you could just make the excuse that, hey, it's a young team. They're going to fluctuate their level of play. They're going to have to get past these hurdles and things like that, because it's not just a young team. Like you have enough veterans to where they should be able to make things happen when you're on the road and when you're in spots like this. And it seems like these past 2 games, everybody on the Red Wings are just sitting around waiting for somebody to make a play. They're waiting for somebody to do something. What are you waiting for, kid? I don't know. Something amazing, I guess. Like, that's literally what their little kid on the tricycle in The Incredibles, waiting for him to pick up the car. Like, you need somebody to step up, and Dylan Larkin can only do so much. Like, he can only go down there and score a goal and then run around on the power play, and he can only do so much. Somebody else on this team has to grab their nuts and take care of business. I saw Mo Sider at the end of the game against Buffalo throw his shoulder into somebody's face because he was so upset. Bring that same passion into the next game. Don't just do that at the end of the game, because that's a punk move. Be pissed off and start the next game pissed off. Don't just be flat. And it's embarrassing to watch them go out there. And he broke his stick over Rasmussen. Rasmussen didn't do anything, down 6 goals. Have some fucking pride. Have some nuts. If you're getting your ass kicked, Go out there and kick somebody's ass. At least come back with blood. Like, you can't just go out there, get your ass beat, and get bullied. At least cross-sex somebody in the back of the fucking neck. I don't care. I want to see some life.
Yeah, I know that hurts. Like, there's no padding right there. But Rasmussen, like, don't lay on the ice. Like, literally get up, either skate off the ice and act like nothing, like it didn't hurt. Like, but don't lay there. That is mental intimidation that the Islanders did to Rasmussen today. And Rasmussen, you want to flex over guys? That's his infamous Red Wing moment, is flexing over the devil. Then stand up and literally drop the mitts to the mid-center ice and beat the piss out of it.
Whip somebody off the bench. Like, just hit somebody.
Yeah, I don't know why that we shrivel. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Just literally get up, take him. You're still going to be on the power play. Penalties are coincidentals. Like, you go with each other, so he's still going to be in there for 2 minutes to be in the power play. You don't matter on the power play anyway. So literally stand up, punch him in the face, get in the box, and do something useful for this team. Because I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Confer. Berger, I hope there's no one in chat. I'm sorry if this offends you, but the fake, Berger's is fake good. He is one of those guys. He just coasts by. He finds points out of nowhere, just pulls them right out of his ass. He's not productive. He doesn't make winning hockey plays. He finds random times where he's going to be in the right position, and if he's in the right position on a Tuesday in March or Tuesday in October,
definitely not March.
He's not scoring.
Yeah, definitely not March.
Yeah, he's going to score, but not when it matters, and not in big time games. And that's at the end of the day my issue with Berger.
No, that's the issue with a lot of these guys. Like I said, they want to be hockey players. They want to be a good team. They want to be good at, but they're not going out there and doing it. They're not doing the things that make a hockey team good. They're not doing the things that help you win games. They want somebody to do it. They want these things to happen, but they're sitting there and watching it. They're sitting there and being bullied. They're sitting there and letting these guys just walk past them, go blue line to blue line, take one crease to crease, like we saw Schaefer do 3 times in this game. When can ASP do that? And I know he's a rookie, but stop fucking around in your zone and giving it to Edvinsson or trying to get it out to Raymond. Take the puck and go take it in the offensive zone. If nobody else is going to do it, you got to fucking do it. If you're the rookie, if you're the skater, go do it. Stop waiting for somebody to tell you to be good and just go be good.
I love that point, because there's a lot of times where he has a lane and he has a guy
doesn't take it.
And he will dish it to a forward. He has to realize that he is literally right now a top 7 skilled player on this team, skill wise. And you could argue higher. You could definitely argue higher.
Yeah.
If you got Confer or Bergeron or Elmer Soderblom or any of those guys on your wing and you can skate with open ice, literally take it. You have the safety blanket in Edvinsson for a reason. That is why he is paired with you. So when you want to go, you can go. And I'm with you. He's been solid defensively this year. Threw a nice hit today, and he had a couple lapses as well. But he's got to start. He's got it, because now's the time to get that kink out, to find that offensive game, to find those seams that you can hit and create those offensive chances like Schaefer does. Now is the time. When teams are still figuring out their formation, still figuring out their forechecks, this is when ASP needs to be looking to take this step, and where it needs to be okay for him to make mistakes. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, somebody in this lineup needs to be assertive, and that's on both sides of the ice. They need to be assertive offensively and just take the puck and take it into the zone, and they need to be assertive defensively and physically and fucking kill somebody. Kill somebody on the ice. I just stop getting walked over. Stop doing the dump and chase, and hopefully they'll go in and take the puck in the zone, use your body, protect it, and set up your offense. Nobody's just going to give you these opportunities in the ice. The dump and chase is not going to work when everybody knows that's all you do. It's not going to work. And then I'm sick of them getting ran over. I really am. We're not a small team. We shouldn't be playing this small.
Yeah, so Soda needs to lay out Schaefer behind the net. They were talking about that on the broadcast. They were showing the replay. They showed it 5 times, and it looked like he missed. But you had him lined up, like literally just destroy him, like literally take him out of the game if you can. Like I'm not like saying like I'm not rooting for injury, but like when you're playing this sport, it is a contact sport. Literally blow him up, make him feel you. Like there's so many times I feel like Soderblom can finish strong, and he just like kind of like oh, I'm huge, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna lean on him, and I'm gonna get the puck. Like literally no, like blow that shit up, put him on the ice, and take it from him. Like I'm so sick of him playing soft. Like you are 6'8", bro, one of the tallest fuckers in the league. Like play effing hockey. Go into a corner. Like when he's skating at full speed, who wants to be hit by that?
I need Simon Evanson to look at himself in the mirror, and I need him to wake the fuck up, because what we saw out of him in that 5-game win streak was insanely high-level play. And it was on both sides. He was getting involved in the offense. He was making things happen. But defensively, he was great. And he was active, and he was great with his stick, and he was great with the physicality. And now he's just completely fallen off. And that's another guy. You are too big to not be hitting people. You are too big to not be putting dudes on their ass and just letting these forwards skate around the net and stand in front of the crease. Like if I see another guy standing in front of our goalie without getting a stick to the lower back, I'm going to be really pissed off. Like that's pride shit. Have some pride. Protect your crease. Don't let guys just camp out there. You have the bodies. You have big guys. Go play fucking big. If we have a bunch of soft pussies out there, you might as well call up the kids and not even try to be big. Just let them go out there and be fast.
Yeah, I agree, because I could tell you what, like Carter Mazur, like he does not play slow. Like he is a quick forward. He's got a lot of speed. Lombardi he's small, but the one thing that he is fast. And if like this team needs to be playing like that, then that's got to be something to think about. This is inexcusable, honestly, especially with I don't give a fuck about Matthew Schaefer, bro. He is nasty. He is disgusting. But that like he was always like going to be generational. Like that was a prospect who came out like he was the McDavid of defensemen. Like that's what they were calling him. I remember in the draft show that me and Spencer did. But the Red Wings still sitting number 2 in the Atlantic Division, 10 points. Canadians have 12, and the Panthers are sitting with 8. I mean, we're still in a group.
They win. I saw they're trying to tie it up.
Either way,
they lost. They lost to Pittsburgh.
The Panthers did. Oof.
Yep.
That's a tough loss.
5-3.
The Pens are actually
Marchand with 2, Crosby with 2 and an assist.
Dude, Crosby masterclass.
Dude, like I've learned to appreciate Sidney Crosby so much more and like actually love his game for what he is. Because like obviously I've hated Sidney Crosby for so much of my life because we played him fucking felt like 5 years in a row in the finals. But when you sit back and just watch him, like he is the best player of our generation. It's not even close.
Yeah. And he's so good at every facet of the game. Like, there's no weakness in his game, and like that's why.
But him and Marchand both need to take a fucking hike. Like, see you later, guys.
Yeah, like I absolutely agree. All right, so going into this home and home with St. Louis. St. Louis is a very similar team to us. Like honestly, even though they're a playoff team, they have a couple really nice pieces. They have a lot of young guys. I really expect us to come back at home because this team seems to play a lot better at home. I mean, that's where they are comfortable. They're going to have a rest day. I'm assuming we're going to get Gibson on Saturday as well.
I fucking hope so.
Because, Talbot got absolutely knifed up.
It was bad. It was bad. They were sniping him.
That was like, all right, any concern with the goalies?
No, we know what we have. You have 2 guys that if they're good, they're good. Like, and you just got to roll. You're rolling the dice every time you put either one of them in the net, and they're either going to look like a guy that could carry you to the playoffs, or they're going to get fucking snipe showed. And so hopefully, you play the hot hand. Obviously, that's going to be a very, very like MacGruber type situation for Tom McClellan, where he is going to have to pull the right wire every time. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you're going to bring up Kosa? Is he going to be anywhere near close to what we just saw? I mean, I can't be much worse, but I'm not holding my breath. You just need to make their lives easier. You can't allow teams to camp in your zone the way they have against the Sabres and now against the Islanders. There was too much easy offense for these teams. It felt like they were on a power play the entire game because they were just absolutely doing whatever they wanted, walking around the offensive zone, keeping pucks in at the line, getting so many shots on it, getting all the rebounds, winning the puck battles. It's bad, man.
And Kyle trying to give us a good look ahead that all these guys are dead, been walking on the last year of their contract, which is a great thing. And we're finally going to hopefully be able to give Mo Sider a competent partner, which that's going to be fun trying to mock. Because either if they don't deal for one in the trade, we are going to be the hot spot for a top 4 defenseman in the offseason. And I think that's going to be a fun thing to go through. But I know I have good news for you, Spencer. Last time we talked about JBD and his contract situation, I looked it up, and JBD actually is on a 2-year deal. Yes. So we have him for next year as well. So I think that's a slight bit of good news
for sure. That's I mean, they've looked, if there's one thing in these 2 awful games that has looked pretty good, it's been that third defensive pairing of Aljo and JBD. They've put a lot of pressure and they've been more than what you could ask for out of them. So yeah, it's good to see.
Also, I'm noticing that Simon Edvinsson got benched tonight as well.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
I mean, he took multiple bad penalties where he was getting beat, and instead of putting his nose down and trying to get back in the play, he's just chucking his stick out there and hitting people on the hands. Like, that's childish stuff. It's you got beat because of your lapse of judgment. You can't just flail your stick away and then put your team in even worse positions. Get back, put your head down, skate harder, be smarter, and take care of business. And again, the turnovers he's had in his own, he had multiple turnovers in this game, one of them directly resulting in a goal. So yeah, as much as I love Simon Edvinsson, he's played like complete dog shit the past 2 games.
Yeah, he has. And that doesn't like say much because there's not a lot of people in the D-core that have played well. But
no,
the only
one has been the worst.
The only one I would say would be JBD. JBD honestly has been the best defenseman over these last 2 games, because he's the only one that hasn't made like grueling mistakes that have cost this team. Every single one of the other defensemen of this team made mistakes in front of the net with pucks trying to get them out. It just hasn't been the right recipe. So do we see another line jumble on Saturday? Do you think Kane comes back? You can answer whichever one first that you would like, or you can answer together.
You need Patrick Kane to come back. I do believe Patrick Kane will be back in this one because you fucking need him to, and he knows you need him to. And I think you got to put Carter Mazur in on this team, like right now. I'm done waiting. No, done with. Okay, let's do this. Let's see this guy here. This third line looks almost like it's ready to get out of the retirement home. No, you need a guy like that will provide a little bit of a spark. So I need this. Put the first line back to what it was. I don't know why they messed with that. Maybe to get Cat a little spark. He got a point. Okay, he's still blowing his opportunities. You need that first line in sync. And we'll see what happens, but
yeah, I need Mazur. He's got 6 points in 4 games. He's +5. He plays the PK. Like, he would be such a big piece on this team. And then Danielson as well. I mean, you just need both of them to give this team a shot in the arm desperately. Like you are seeing that unk in this team. Like the fact that they can't play back-to-backs or that they can't travel. Like that's unk shit. Because it's the unks who are playing the worst. Outside of just the other debauchery that's going on.
And where was it? Jason Pratt says teams below you lost, so no worries. And yeah, that you got lucky. You know, obviously it's early in this season and nothing is set in stone yet, but you, like Justin said, you are still second in the Atlantic. But You can't just keep going out there and get your ass whooped like this. It's not gonna hold up forever. So you got to get back. You're back on home ice. You're in front of your fans. Hopefully Patrick Kane will be back because apparently he is the straw that stirs the drink when you talk about the Red Wings offense. One thing that I need to see in this first period, no penalties. Do not get a penalty in this first period and score on a power play. You need a power play goal. Your power play unit was one of the best in the NHL last year, and now you're sitting at the bottom of the league. And I know it's only 7 games in. It's not 8 games in. It's obviously the numbers are going to drastically change as we get deeper and deeper into the season. But when do you start getting worried? Is it 10 games when you're under 20%? Is it 15 games when you're under 20% for the power play? When does that start to concern you? When do you start to move things around on that first power play unit?
When does ASP move to quarterbacking it?
Right?
That's a conversation. Like, there is a difference to Mo Sider and ASP being up there. Like, Mo Sider is much more efficient up there. I will say that. But if you're looking for like outrageous production, like that is ASP. Like, the way that he threatens the defense with the way that he can move side to side and like up and down with the way that he can use his edges creates pockets of the defense which give Larkin those top of the line one-timers, DeBrincat and Raymond on the sides as well. Like, that does add another dimension to it. Or like when does ASP be one of those flanks with his shot? Like, he has a rip. Like, there's just so many things that could change if Patrick Kane isn't going to be in there, which I know he's going to be back very soon. But
you need him back on Saturday.
You do. I can't believe that he is become so crucial. But when Casper and Cat can't find the net, like, you need the scoring. Like, Patrick Kane is guaranteed scoring, and you need it right now, and you're desperate for it because like everyone is now like playing up roles again. Like, we always talk about that. We're like, we can continuously have like guys playing in bigger roles than they can chew, and
it's going to happen. That's going to happen on this team. Is because you're so invested into the young guys and you're so invested into these guys that you expected to jump into stardom. I'm looking at those guys. I'm looking at the core of your team right now. And obviously, Dylan Larkin, you can't say anything bad about him. He's been the only guy who has been consistently good in every single game this year. His point streak continues. He got the goal in this one. He's got, 13 points on the season already. Like, he has been playing his ass off. But I'm looking at Lucas Raymond. I'm looking at Marco Casper. And I'm looking at Mo Sider. Like, it's not like they've been playing bad. Like you said, it's not like they've been, awful. But you need to overcome. You need to break through. You need to score goals. You need to put points on the board. It's more than getting good opportunities and making smart plays with the puck. You need to make dynamic plays at the goal, dynamic plays in front of the net, dynamic plays in transition to give yourself opportunities, and you need to capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, and I can't believe that Dylan Larkin is the only like active scorer on this roster at the moment. Like, Lucas Raymond, like, he had a 2-on-1 today and he tried to pass it. I don't even think that he was going with anyone that could even score a goal right now. He's got to rip that. Like, that he has it like slot, like bottom, like below the circles. Like, he was in a prime scoring area where he can score from. He has a nasty toe drag release. He's got to shoot that. He's got to be more aggressive. He looks like he's feeling a little better off of his injury.
And with Soda and with Rasmussen, if those guys are just going to do nothing else, put those stupid big fucks in front of the net and throw pucks at them. Like, I don't know why we're so opposed to that. You have two guys that are 6'7" plus. Put them in front of the goalie and just chuck pucks at their hips and try to get ugly, slimy goals because nobody's going to score a fucking nasty one-timer top shelf. Like, that's not going to happen. Put somebody in front of the net and throw pucks at the net. Something's going to happen.
No, and that's what happened with Coffer yesterday. Just flopped
Yes.
right in his stick. He was like, "Oh, look at me!
Look what I found. Back
Yeah.
of the net. That's what you got to do to get out of slumps when you can't score, when nobody's sniping, when you can't find your open opportunities. You're blowing open nets. Just start chucking pucks at the net and have a big, ugly, stupid fuck like Rasmussen or Soda standing in front of the net. Something's going to happen.
And I'm not buying into
I did not think I was going to get this upset.
It just comes out of you. I absolutely get it. But he says Casper's having a sophomore slump, and I'm not ready to call that in yet. He has made plays. If DeBrincat could score, he probably would have enough points where people are not saying that he would be having a sophomore slump. But that's the thing, that their line just hasn't clicked since Kane has came out of the lineup. And Casper is a guy that is still in just from what I've seen so far, he's not fully ready to carry that line.
He shouldn't have to. DeBrincat's your 40 goal scorer.
Yes. DeBrincat needs to be the catalyst, and Casper needs to be the gritty, grimy guy on that line who creates opportunities through the forecheck, through getting in front of the net. That's his identity. And when he has to play outside his role with Patrick Kane, that's when you start to see his play,
because he starts forcing things.
Yes.
And we know DeBrincat is forcing things right now because we know he wants to score, and he's had more opportunities to score than anybody else on this team. He is just snake bitten right now. And now, like you said, he's choking up on the stick a little bit. He's squeezing it a little tighter. Casper trying to do the same thing for him, because I know Casper, what's on his mind is to get my guys involved, is to get DeBrincat some opportunities. And so now he's trying to force things, and he's trying to make the perfect pass through traffic to get it right to Alex's stick instead of sending it off the backboards or sending it off the blocker and hoping for a rebound. And that's what they need to do. They need to stop trying to do the perfect pass and the perfect shot and the perfect opportunity and start chucking pucks at the fucking net.
Yeah, they do. And they just, so many of their shots today were just weak and lazy. And no one was even remotely near their crease to go get them. They lost every single puck race. It just fundamentally just an absolute 3 steps backwards from where you were during your winning streak over these last 2 games. And that's why it's just so disappointing, because this team really was showing that they were ready to take a jump. And I'm not ready to, say that they're not going to get to a better place than they were last year, and they're not going to compete to the end of the playoffs. I do believe that. However, I think, reality's starting to set in again, and the realization of Larkin has to be healthy. Raymond, you can have no injuries. If you have injuries, you're bent. Yeah. This team is so reliant on its star players that, that's why Raymond's fighting through his injury right now. That's why they probably sat Kane in extra games to make sure that he can play moving forward.
I said, they're waiting for somebody to save them. They're waiting for somebody. Nobody is stepping up to be that guy. And you have a lot of players who have the ability to do that. Obviously, Lucas Raymond does. Alex DeBrincat does. I believe Marco Casper does. Everybody is just standing around waiting for the dude to step up, waiting for the guy to go crease to crease and put one nasty dangle forehand, backhand, top shelf. No, somebody just has to make a play. You can't sit around and wait for it to happen. You got to be that guy.
Yeah. And then right here, Jason Pratt with says too much puck watching. Absolutely. There was so much space, and then when we had the space, we didn't take it. There was no one who was making aggressive plays with the puck, trying to actually create something. They just sat back, and you said it best. They were looking for someone to save them today, and there was no one to be saved.
It's not the end of the world, but this is a post-game show. We're reacting to the game we just watched, post-game. And that was an embarrassing performance coming off of an embarrassing performance. So if you're sitting there yeah, it's okay, whatever. No, it's not okay. It's not okay to perform like that. It's not okay to go out there and just lay down. And that's what the Red Wings did. From the first minute, literally the first shot that the Islanders had, they laid down and they just took it.
And we're not just going to sit here and lay down and just say, oh, that was a great game.
Yeah. Like, don't worry. They can keep doing that.
Like
they're still 2 games over 500.
Yeah. Like
you got to play better. You got to play better, flat out. And if you're sitting here like, oh, nobody's saying the world is ending, Dustin. What do you want to say? Oh, nope. They'll be fine. They played great. 7-2. That's okay. Don't worry. Like, what? I just don't understand you guys sometimes. You want me to sit here and act like that wasn't an embarrassing performance, coming off of another embarrassing performance? Am I supposed to be here and just happy that they got their doors blown off by the Islanders? No, I'm not. I'm not going to fake it. It was bad. It was upsetting. And it was shitty. And they know it. And they're going to be better. But we're looking at what we saw right now. And if you're okay with that, then you're part of the problem.
Yes. I couldn't have said it better myself, Spenny. I don't really want to keep just like getting upset because what?
There's no positive takeaways.
No positive to take away.
And that's 2 in a row now. And obviously they had a great stretch of games. But now when you're looking at it, 5 good games, 3 god-awful games. And maybe that's what you are. Maybe you are a 500 team. But you need to piece things together, and you need to learn how to win on the road. And it's the NHL. This isn't grandma's pond hockey league. You're going to play back-to-backs. You're going to play in hostile environments. You're going to be down guys. Good teams overcome. You need to overcome.
It's been all defensive miscues once they learn how to play together.
I'm sorry. I'm very angry.
Everything will be fine. Well, they were already figuring out the defensive system. Like we were on Sunday, I literally remember we were talking about it after the Oilers game. The communication between the defensive pairings when they are going to the corner, making sure they have guys, all and the forwards as well, picking up guys in the slot. Everyone is accounted for. There's very few times where there's guys wide open in front of the net. They were clearing the creases, and then in this last 2 games, they're running wild inside of our net.
Simon Edvinsson has looked like the worst player on the ice the past 2 games. He has. And I love Simon Edvinsson. And his upside and his potential is insane. But when he is playing like that, and you have a rookie next to him who already isn't like going to be known for his defensive prowess, like he makes plays, but when Simon Edvinsson is going to be a complete liability out there and you're asking a rookie to defend the entire zone, you're going to get dotted. You're going to have open opportunities. There's going to be miscommunications and guys getting wide open shots right in front of your goalie. Like, it's what happens.
Bojack,
I'm not going that far.
Let's chill on that one, okay?
Yeah, that's
I'm just happy that he isn't on the team. Slaybomb says call Mazer and sit Raymond until he's healthy. When Kane comes back, I would not be surprised if Raymond gets a maintenance day here, especially with them about to go on this road trip. He does not look
the same
100% because the Lucas Raymond that truly is out there dominating games is two-way. Like he really makes an impact in board battles and puck retrievals and starting rushes, and you're just not seeing that at all from him. He's hesitant. He doesn't want to go into corners. There's a lot of time he only has one hand on his stick because he doesn't want to put himself in a situation where he has to, use his shoulder to lift up on someone else's stick. So it's a lot of poke checks. He just does not seem like he's ready, but they still need him. Like he's so crucial that even him at 75% without Patrick Kane is so much better than the alternative of like Elmer Soderblom playing on the first line or something like that.
Yeah, and shout out Freight Train J, Johnny Mo drunk. Listen, I need Marco Kasper to step up in this next game on Saturday. Like, I don't know. There's so many people you could say that about, though. I hate to just single out Kasper, but like when I look at him, he's big, physical. He moves the puck well. He can get into the zone, skate around, and wait for people to set up some offense. So that's what I need out of him. especially if Patrick Kane's not there. Take the puck and skate it into the zone. Don't dump it in there and go try to chase it. Don't send it around the boards and hope JT Comper's going to dig it out. Take the puck into the zone confidently. You can do that. And that's what they have not been able to control any type of offensive game for more than one shot in the past 2 games. And I don't know if they need to make a change on the power play already, but I wouldn't be mad at it if they did.
And then Slaybomb suggests that they like to see Finney with Casper. I think that could be interesting. If you're really trying to explore something to try to bring a spark, Finney, Casper, and DeBrincat could be interesting without Kane in the lineup. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm with Spenny. I really think Kane plays on Saturday. I think this was a calculated no-go on the road trip to make sure that he could play later this weekend. Another one, not sure if the Edmondson ASP pairing lasts or even makes sense. I disagree with that one, absolutely. I think that they complement each other extremely well and only will get better. You have to remember,
kid.
Edmondson, like,
you drink coffee? Fucking poser.
Edmondson, it needs to like, as a player, become more physically dominant at his size. And that's going to allow ASP to only have more open space to maneuver. Yeah, I still believe in that pairing.
The Edmondson ASP pairing is not going to work if Simon Edmondson plays like a total asshole. But then the Edmondson anybody pairing is not going to work if Simon Edmondson plays like he has the past 2 games. Fair. It's not the pairing. It is Edmondson needing to get his head out of his ass. And he was playing lights out during that winning streak. And I love the guy, and he has such high upside. But these last 2 games, like I said, he's been the worst player on the ice. It doesn't matter who he's paired with. If he plays like that, it's not going to look good.
Do you guys really think that bringing up Carter would help that much? My rule on prospects is if they're going over a point per game in the AHL, they are ready, especially a guy like Carter Mazur, who has been down there and already made his NHL debut. That's a guy who's going to come up and he's not going to play like a rookie. He's going to be one of those guys who's top 5 in hits like the rest of our young guys who plays the style of hockey that Todd McClellan is trying to bring to this roster. I do think it helps, especially in games like this where you are lacking a spark and some jump, specifically on your bottom lines. Like, that's where the kids really will help you. And I do think that Mazur would help this team. How much? I'm not willing to say that he's going to be the savior. He is no savior. He's not a savior.
But he can provide a spark.
He's a piece and he's a spark.
And if I'm a Red Wings player and I'm down 3-0 in a game and I see Jonathan Bergen, Andrew Kopp, and JT Comfer jump over the boards to go take a shift down 3-0, what confidence does that instill in you at all? Like, you see a guy like me, he's going to rough it up. He's going to hit somebody. He'll put somebody's head into the glass. And at least he's got that.
Yeah, he does. And Mazur has played 36 in the NHL. He's going to make mistakes just like the rest of the kids. The kids aren't the ones making mistakes, though. And on top of that, the vets make mistakes, too. There's no mistake that Jonathan Bergen's going out there and making, that Carter Mazur's they are at least net same. Like, you want to argue the minutia of, I think Johnny Burgers is better. All right, great. You can have that.
I don't think anybody can argue that.
I don't either. But if they want to do it, that's their prerogative. I'm not going to sit here and have a holy war over the fact that Carter Mazur is better than Jonathan Berger. Okay, I think that the play will speak for itself when Carter Mazur comes up here and starts making an impact in this team, because he's not just an offensive merchant on a Tuesday in October. He's a two-way forward who plays the PK, who gets gritty, who has some offensive upside. I don't
think anybody in their right mind can say that he would not be an improvement over 5 guys on this lineup. And obviously you're not just going to completely overhaul the whole thing, but like, where was JVR tonight? He's just too old to play back-to-backs. Like,
that's probably why. That would be my guess. And also because he's coming off short run and conditioning as well. He didn't have preseason.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably didn't want to put him in a position where he's not ready physically and then sustain another injury. I do understand. However, like Sorabon played like shit. It just wasn't. There was no life from the
Give me
forwards.
Dominic fucking Shine on this team over some of these guys. Like, at least he's gonna kill somebody. At least I know Shiner will go out there and fucking cross-check somebody if he has to.
I mean, Austin Watson will definitely do that. Did you see him like 2 weeks ago? He gave him the fake tomahawk chop to the face. That was nails. Like, that's the type of stuff. Like, why can't Sider go up to a guy and like Joker laugh in his face and then just like drop the gloves and kick his shit in? I don't know.
Somebody has to. Somebody has to grab their nuts. And that's something that will reverberate through the team. Like, if I was Mo Sider, when we're down 3-0, I am taking a single play and I'm saying, all right, I don't give a fuck what happens after this. I'm finding a spot. I am teeing somebody up in open ice and I am absolutely leveling them. Just completely demolishing somebody. Because you got to provide a spark some way. And if you can't maintain offense, if you can't get breakaways, you need and Octopus, we saw it at the end of the game last night. I saw that, and even though we got our ass whooped, I was like, okay, Mo Sider put his shoulder through that guy's chin. Now come out there tomorrow and bring that same energy. But they didn't.
And yeah, he should be, but he's not. He sits on the ice, and when he gets cross-checked and complains and goes to the bench, doesn't even, fake like he's fine. And that's just the soft issue this team can't be on anymore. Like, they have to take the steps to being a physical team. And they led in hits tonight. They out-hit the Islanders by a ton tonight. It didn't look like it because they got physically dominated. And we said the same thing against the Oilers. The Oilers out-hit us, but we out-physicaled them. There is a difference. Like, it's not just throwing meaningless hits, which is what the Red Wings were doing today. Because you can, like, the puck can be gone and you can throw a hit. Like, it counts. That's just not a hit. I want to see people taking the puck, splitting the puck from the body, and making you play with it. And no one was doing that today. Yes,
Dustin, Finney is leading us with hits, and I'm pretty sure MBN is second.
Yes, that is true.
So, like, the veterans should look at that. I'm looking at JT Compher, Andrew Kopp, Rasmussen, Berggren when he's in this lineup for God knows what reason. What do you do? What do you do on the ice that provides anything? If you're not skating hard, if you're not finishing your hits, cool. You got a couple garbage time goals. Congrats.
Was this the type of game where the goaltending put the game out of reach? I think to some point, some extent, but at the same time,
when you can't set up an offense, when you have no semblance of an offensive game, there's only so much a goaltender can do. Like, yes, Talbot did get sniped. Should he have saved a couple of those? Sure, you still would have lost 5-2. Like, you need to set up your offense to allow him to not be on his heels the entire game. And you can't control the offense at all.
Absolutely. Oh my, this one I feel to my core. Sad to see Bergie on the PP.
Me and D-Mac were talking about that today. Like, he came in and we were talking about it this morning. He's like, I asked him, I was like, D-Mac, can you give me a thought process to having Berggren on that first power play unit instead of an MBN or someone like that? He's like, a showcase? Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe Danielson's ready to go. I mean, he got a goal. Now we sell him high. Listen, he just scored. Here you go. Like, I used to love Johnny Burgers, but he's just plateaued as mid.
Like, the development curve on some of these Holland guys blows my mind. Like, it genuinely does. Like, a couple of them showed flash, but it was such a like quick spark and put out in a plateau. It really is disappointing.
Ed, consider yourself lucky, Ed. It was ugly.
Seriously, nothing went well for this team tonight. Everything that possibly could have went wrong, and it was disgraceful to watch. It was, and I wish I could be a bug on the wall for Tom McClellan's speech to them, either in the locker room after the game or at practice when they're getting bag skated for the performance that they just had, because that'd be pure cinema, because he's gonna rip them a new asshole, because these last two games are completely inexcusable as a franchise.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. You got to make a change somewhere. I say you go back to the first line. Hopefully Kane is back so you can have that top six back to what it was. But man, that power play unit, I wouldn't mind seeing ASP point that like Saturday, because I don't think you can wait 9-10 games into the season being under 20% on the power play to make a move. Like, I don't know.
I want to see with Kane back, and if Kane being back doesn't magically fix it.
And if DeBrincat wasn't just having the worst puck luck of all time, you'd have a couple power play goals. You would.
Yeah, you would. And he's gonna get it. Like, he's not a guy who stays down for a long time. I mean, they say he hasn't gone 3 games in his career without a goal in his entire career, which is insane, by the way. So for him to be at 7 right now, or 8, it kind of blows my mind. And I think he's gonna find it. And when it comes, it's gonna be a landslide. They're just gonna come.
Yeah, when he scores his first one, he might get a hattie. Like, if he scores a goal on Saturday, I'll probably bet him to score 3.
I don't hate it at all. But that's going to do it for us today. No post-game show on Saturday. We are going to be in Lansing for Michigan State. So we're going to.
What time is that game? I mean, it can't be paid. Because if we get back to the hotel hammered, we could do a fucking midnight post-game show.
Yeah, let me see.
Me and Justin are going to be in a hotel together on Saturday.
It's at 7 p.m., so it's at the same time as the game.
We do a post game show at halftime for the
yeah, at halftime. Welcome to the Woodward.
Yeah, we turn on the table.
But we'll be back on Tuesday for the Blues game, 10:28. We will be at the Blues, 8:15. That'll be a pretty hype game. No Woodward Wings tomorrow. This is your version of Woodward Wings, because we just talked about everything we could have possibly talked about tomorrow. So hopefully that's good with y'all. So we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for tapping in Woodward Wings. You guys make this thing move forward. We appreciate
you guys for real
so much. Seriously, this is such a blast to be able to do this with you guys. So shout out to you, Slay Bomb, Whiskey and Wings, Bo Jackson, Rage Baiter, Dustin, and Ed Crazy Cloud. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next one.
Goth Vamp Kid. Shout out to all you guys. Peace.
You guys are the best. Peace.